me. Sorry, he came to me and he said, "I think you'd be a perfect model, right?"
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about entertainment, anything about modeling, nothing. So I figured, okay, let me try it.
Yeah.
But then I always had this thing of self-sabotaging, or just like not going for what I wanted to do. I was always scared. I lived in fear most of my life.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to Uninterrupted with me, David Mbeha. I am so excited to be joined on this episode by model, TV host, influencer. For me, she is the epitome of what it means to live your dreams and to really persevere. She is a representation of what future influencers will look like in this country. Leena Shipwata. Why are you laughing?
It's like you brought your friend to work, bro.
I know. It's very hard because it's
so hard.
It's like, everyone has that voice when they are at work, how they pick up the call. And then you're wondering, like, friend, is that like your...
That's your work voice?
Yes.
Like, I called my friend the other day and he's in the office. He's like, yes, good morning. How are you? I'm like, friend, that's your work voice.
You don't talk like that.
But yeah,
you have to do what you gotta do. I'm good. So good to finally have you. And it's the reason why I also wanted to have you on the show is because you are one of the first people that I told about this idea that I want to have. And I remember telling you this, and you didn't make me feel like that's so weird. Like why would you? Yeah, you made me feel like do it, go for it. Because sometimes you tell somebody an idea and you feel like,
I probably should not have done that.
And I think you're naturally like that, very supportive, like of all your friends. Where does that come from?
From wanting support myself, from longing for support myself. I come from a household where I'm the only person in my entire family that does what I do.
Yeah.
So I didn't have anybody to look up to in terms of family, or I didn't have anybody support that very often.
Yeah.
Because the only thing in my family is you go to school, you find a job, and that's it.
That's it.
So this thing that I do, television, and I started off like emceeing at night shows and stuff. I grew up in a very strict home, my dear.
Yes.
Telling your grandparents you're going to a show at night to MC, it was just like, no. So I didn't get the support. So when people come to me with these kinds of ideas, it's never far-fetched. Like, if God put a dream in your heart, it's there for a reason. Just go for it, man. Now look at where we are now.
Exactly. But you're also the most versatile, and I always say this, you're the most versatile, entertainer or media personality, if I have to say, because you would be on a red carpet and you would kill those top billing links. The next thing you will be club hosting. I mean, where did you get that the ability to be versatile?
First of all, we live in Namibia. We're working in Namibia where you can't solely focus on one thing. I can't just be a television presenter. There aren't many television presenting opportunities. So I had to sort of survive. I had to make money some way, somehow. So like obviously, I didn't want to look outside of entertainment also. I didn't want to look from day one. I knew set in stone. I knew where my passion was, like what I wanted to do. So I'd rather do so many things in one industry than focus on other things. But then at the end of the day, it actually like comes together. Because it's the same industry.
It's the same.
It comes together. It gives the other one power also. Like you get strength from everything that you do. So I don't know, but it's also just my personality. Like you can put me in and in Babylon, and I'll still just be happy.
Exactly. I'll find my way.
One thing is for sure.
But before we get to all the glamorous stuff and of course the influencing, the hosting, there was Leena just dreaming of all these things that you are. Where are you finding yourself? At what age are you?
I was probably I think I was right out of primary school.
Mm-hmm. Where was that?
Oh, I went to People's Primary School. It's a school in Katutura. I'm in Damara location. So I went to People's Primary School. I think I started there. Now, People's Primary School was also like a school where there were so many different kinds of people. As much as it's in Katutura, you'd assume that like it's only people from a specific like there were so many different kinds of people there. I noticed how, because like I said, like the household I come from is very like, they're very strict, very like Christian, you didn't really have the opportunity to sort of put your personality out there as much as you wanted to. So I was my happiest at school, to be honest. I won't lie. I had amazing grandparents, or I have amazing grandparents. But this is the lifestyle they knew. This is all they knew. So like, I'm not blaming them for anything per se. But at school, I was my happiest. I started realizing like, I'd spend time with my friends. I'd make them laugh. I just had a personality. Like all the teachers knew me. Like I had many friends. It was just like nice. So I realized then.
Would you be like that kid that is in grade 8 but is friends with the grade 12s?
That was me. Like that was literally like, if you needed anything in school, if you needed the perfect person to show you around the school and you're new, I'm the girl. I was that person. So I'm in primary school. Now I'm heading to high school, right? And my uncle, actually, one of my favorite uncles. Shout out Uncle Kaunda. So he actually brought it up to me. Sorry. He came to me and he said, I think you'd be a perfect model, right? I didn't know anything about entertainment. I didn't know anything about modeling, nothing. So I figured, okay, let me try it. But then I always had this thing of self-sabotaging, or just like not going for what I wanted to do. I was always scared. I lived in fear most of my life. It didn't look like it from the outside, but like that's how I was on the inside. So went through all of high school not trying any of that. But then I did stuff like I went to I tried out being an LRC at school. But then I also I was literally LRC for entertainment. Literally. I even had the opportunity to be head girl. I was in the running for head girl, but I like removed myself from it because that was very serious. I don't like the serious stuff really. Not that much right now at least. So then immediately after high school, went to try out my modeling stuff. My first ever audition, I got it. I will never forget it. A House of CBK. I think we only got paid like $250, but but
it meant so much to you. It meant
so much to me. And that opened doors for me to where I am today. Had I not gone for that first audition, I would not be here. But like, I even remember my grandfather, we would watch, as a family, we'd always watch either Big Brother, Miss Namibia. So like most of these stuff together as a family, even just soapies. And my grandfather would like just jokingly always say like, one day we are gonna watch you in television.
Right.
Like I was like, sir.
And look at and all that has manifested. I mean, when you look at it. But then you mentioned that growing up you had a lot of fear. Where do you think that fear came from? Or the ability to self-sabotage?
Like I said, I also did not have anybody in my family that sort of does what I'm doing right now. So the fear came from
not seeing anybody
succeed in this line of work. So what are the chances that I will succeed? Also, I don't come from a poor background. I just wasn't wealthy or wasn't rich or whatever.
You're like a middle class family.
Like we had food to eat. We had clothes
Kansas.
to wear. But we were not taking family vacations, trust me. Okay. So the self-sabotage came from that. It came from not knowing any of this. I didn't have like a stepping stone. I didn't have a guide. I didn't know. I didn't think it would work because who am I also? Like I come from this middle class family where nobody in my family has ever dared to do something like this. Why would it work for me?
So that first modeling gig that you did, what did that ignite something in you to say, I think I like this and I want to go through this path?
Definitely, 100%.
Because I think I remember the first time that I did a gig. I got paid, how much was it? 500. But then that 500, I thought, imagine if next time I get paid like a 5,000. And I kept adding like the zeros. And imagine like one day, like it keeps increasing. So I feel like something is born in there. But then when do your grandparents see you for the first time doing what you love?
Literally was it last year? Because they'd always hear me say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, but they would never...
When I actually had my first television show, NBC.
Yes, and I love the name of that show.
You always get it wrong. I hate it.
I know. I just wanted you to say it because I have been obsessing about the name, and every time someone would say, and you would say, "Somebody, please tell him how it's pronounced." Yeah. So that was your first TV show.
Yeah, first television show. We had, I think, 13 episodes in total. I was away from home a lot, also, but only then.
Yeah.
People would when my family members would probably ask, so how's Leena, where is she now, what is she doing? Because for some reason, like I said, the only norm was 8 to 5, so everybody's waiting for me to get a real job.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, but now my grandfather is like, do you guys not watch Get to Kinde? So let me tell you about the show.
Yeah, and that is so special.
It's his show. It's basically his show.
Yeah.
He's so proud to see me on television. And even with Miss Namibia, guys, if I tell you when the show was airing, it only just finished airing recently, all 13 episodes. So when it was still airing, it aired on Sundays at 5 p.m. Yeah. Every Sunday at 5 p.m.
You would
my
watch.
Would call me your grandfather is watching and calling people to watch the show. So most of the ratings are from my grandfather telling people to watch.
Yes. And if you had YouTube, you would know that this view, I know this.
There would be one guaranteed viewer, definitely.
Yeah. Talking about your dad, did he ever get to see you on TV or any of the stuff that you did?
No, he didn't get to see me on television because he passed on sadly 2020. January 27th.
Okay.
But he did get to see or experience me as Leena Shipwata.
Yeah.
He did get to experience the model. He did get to experience got to experience the love I got from people, for example.
Yeah.
He got to experience I was my father's trophy daughter. My sisters, all my other siblings can just forget about it. I was my father's favorite daughter. Okay?
Yeah.
And I really think I was his trophy because he'd take me everywhere. He would even take me to his favorite bar just to tell, just to sit next to him and tell people, this is my daughter. People would come up to me and be like, hi, Leena Shipwata, how are you? And he'd be like, yeah, that's my daughter. That's my daughter. When he passed when I was 25, and I would still sit on my father's lap. I was a big baby. You've noticed this. My love language is I'm an affectionate person. I love to touch people. It comes from my father. It's funny how they say your love language is it comes from something that you lacked as a child.
Yeah.
But maybe because also he didn't raise me. So only when he came around did I really get that affection from him.
Yes.
So I think maybe it does stem from that.
Yes.
But that's where I learned it from. He was such an affectionate person.
Yeah.
He didn't get to see me on television, sadly. But he did get to experience me as Leena Shipwata and just growing up.
Yeah.
He saw me grow actually.
Yes.
Yeah, he
yes.
did.
And what was that healing process like? You overcoming his death. What was that process like?
Wow. It wasn't actually. You know how people glamorize grief?
Yes.
They make it seem like, babes.
It's not pretty.
It was the most horrible experience of my life. And you know what is actually funny? The night before he passed on, I knew he was going to pass.
Yeah. How did you know?
I have this very weird spirit of discernment, or I have this very weird spirit of knowing stuff. I don't know if that makes sense.
It's like is it informed by your dreams, or is it just
not even
you
dreams,
just feel it?
It's like a vivid something. I will envision us sitting in this room, and even if it's a year from now, we will sit in this room. Or I will just have a feeling that something is going to happen. It happens. So what had happened was, and God has a way. I'm very, very spiritual, by the way.
Yeah.
If I mention God a lot today, don't
no.
that.
And I think you're also very. I just want to add, you are in tune with yourself.
Yes.
So you operate always from a higher place, and that's why you're able.
That's
hello. Yeah.
The night before he passed, my friend called me and he's like, "Hey, let's go have a drink." So from the moment my friend called me, I knew it was God trying to distract me.
Oh my God.
I knew it was God trying to say, not necessarily a bad distraction or whatever. He was trying to say, you have people around you that love you, you're going to be okay. So I sat there and I looked at my friend and I thought to myself, you don't know that God is using you. You don't know that you are here because just to make me feel better, basically. You're here because God wants to let me know that everything is gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember I went to see my dad on a Sunday the last time I saw him was a Sunday.
Yeah.
So I went to see him Sunday because he was in the hospital. So I figured see him Sunday, Monday get up, go hustle, and then I come see him Tuesday again. You know. So sadly he passed on Tuesday. So the Monday after my hustle and stuff, when my friend called me, we went to have drinks and stuff, and I had the feeling I was like, yeah, he's definitely passing. He's gonna be passing soon.
Yeah.
And I remember the Sunday he said to me, and I think he also knew he was passing because he said to me, so Shiwambo, the direct translation is, my firstborn, do you know how to fight? And then I was very confused because I didn't know what he was talking about. And then an uncle of mine tried to distract me as well. And then he said it again. He's like, I'm asking you, do you know how to fight? So fight in Shiwambo is konja. Konja is something sentimental to me. Like the word konja, I love it so much because those were literally my father's last words.
Yeah.
So even where I am right now, through my grieving process and stuff, still grieving currently, I just remember my father asking me if I know how to fight and basically telling me I need to fight. So the last 3 years, because it's been 3 years since he passed, it's been up, down, up. It's been a lot, but I'm much better than I was, let's say 2021. I was a mess in 2021.
Yes.
I looked good, but like on the inside I was a mess.
There was a huge fight.
And most people would even this year ask me like, why is it suddenly you are like on a winning streak? Like you are getting gig after gig. You just everything is like basically working out for you.
Because
right
also
now.
Something happens when you lose like a parent.
A parent as an adult.
I lost my mom in 2014. 2015 I won TLC.
You see? Like
there's something that happens. Yeah.
And it's so weird because those are the people you want to be there.
And it's like they go and prepare a better life for you.
Doors for
exactly.
You.
Doors. Like I remember I was watching this interview with Oprah and I don't know, it's one of the actresses. Yeah. She said, watch what's going to happen in your life.
Oh,
now that so I know it's bittersweet.
Yes, yeah. And it's like you instantly have a guardian angel. And you know what? It's also like after you get over, not necessarily get over grief because you never stop grieving.
Yeah.
But after you get over that stage where that pain feels physical. You know when you lose a parent, it feels like somebody stabbed you.
Yes.
I've never been stabbed. I don't know what it feels like.
Yes.
It's just that physical
I know.
pain.
I know.
Once you get over that feeling where it feels like physical pain, literally the doors just start opening.
Yeah.
And once you actually let them rest.
Yeah.
And let them do the work.
Yeah.
Let them be your guardian angel. Let them. Once you get over that, that's when you're just like on a winning streak. I am currently in my winning streak, and I think my winning streak is going to be on for the next 40 years.
Yes, in your winning era. On period.
Period.
Yeah, but now, like looking back where you are now in life, what would you like your father to know? Because I'm sure, there's certain things that he was worried about before his passing. What would you say to him sitting here right now?
I think more than anything, I'll be okay. But I think also he would want me to know that I will be okay, because there was a point where I really thought like, because I used to do all of this that I'm doing, I used to do it because I wanted to buy my father a car one day, wanted to buy my father a house. All of these things, I was doing it for him and my siblings. So when you lose the person you are working for, you lose momentum, you don't feel like you need to do it anymore because like he's not around anymore. So why am I still doing it?
Yes.
But I also just want him to know that I'm going to be great and he's going to be proud from where he is.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's in heaven still just telling people that that's my daughter.
Yeah.
Because that was his life.
That
was his life. He'd go around everywhere. And at some point, unless you like, because I'm an exact copy of my father.
Yeah.
From complexion to height to face, like I was his copy. It's so annoying now, even when I meet family members, they'll be like, you look just like your dad. Are you trying to say I look like a man?
What are you saying?
What are you saying? check.
Yeah.
But overall, I want him to know that I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't want him to worry, and I know he doesn't want me to worry either.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll be good.
Influencing, I remember saying it, Kelly and I were saying to you actually that I've never had anybody that is so close to me that is living proof of this dream, and it's so inspiring.
Yeah.
But how did it all start for you in terms of like the influencing?
The influencing side of things only recently started because I was also not necessarily not a fan. I just wasn't well educated around influencing and stuff.
Yeah.
And you know how everybody thinks like influencing is not a real job. Like you don't do anything.
Yeah.
You don't really do anything. You just wake up and you post. No, it's really a lot goes into it, like the production side of it. But it started. How did it start? It started when my following on Instagram started growing. I was not really somebody. I'm still really learning. I wasn't somebody that like posted regularly or like took my Instagram serious. Yeah. Like it's only growing now because like only now am I like, okay, I clocked. Okay, I can actually make money off of this influencing thing. But it literally started when my Instagram started growing. Yeah. When I started realizing like the type of rooms that I'd be in and the type of opportunities I'd get. Like I could make money off of like these people. Because people would always approach me and be like, I really want you to market this for me. Yeah. And I'd just be like, I don't want to do that. But then the moment I started doing it, like every other, place and people would call me and be like, can you please do this for us as well? Can you? And I was like, okay, I like that you are growing and I'm growing. Let's work together.
We're growing together. But what do you think it is that keeps people fascinated with you? What do you think it is that gives them relatability?
Yeah, I'm very true to myself. I don't... You know how fake it till you make it works for other people? Yes. That doesn't work for me. Yes. I don't know how to fake it. My emotions live on my face.
Exactly. And that is so true. That is so true. I remember we were having this conversation one time.
I don't know how to fake it. Other people know how to do it really well. Yeah. Kudos to them. I don't know how to do it. But I'm also, like I said, I'm very relatable. I'm just a girl from the hood trying to make it, to be honest. I'm trying to make it out of the ghetto. And the ghetto being Namibia. I'm joking.
Yeah. And also, it's funny because that's your character on TikTok. And that's the character that people love.
They love it.
Right? I remember we were in Swakop and there were, I think, a couple of girls that saw you. And they went crazy because finally they were meeting this personality that is TikTok. But you're able to switch between the two. What is the TikTok personality like?
The TikTok personality is how I grew up, is where I grew up, is what I saw growing up. I grew up in the hood. That TikTok personality is literally your neighbor in the hood. And it's also just like Namibian. It's that everybody has a friend like that.
Yes.
Everybody has a friend that's going to look for her boyfriend at the club. Yeah. Everybody, like, it's Namibian, it's very original. So, like I said, I'm relatable and people love relatable content. Yeah. Once you have a story, once you're yourself, because the camera and audience, one thing people don't realize is, even in the line of business that we are in and the line of work that we are in, the camera and the audience, you can only lie to them for so long. Yeah,
before they start seeing the cracks.
Your horns will start peaking and it'll be over for you. Yeah. And then once you no longer have that persona per se, then what? People love that persona, but it's not who you are. Yeah. If you wake up and that's the person that you are every single day, they will always love you.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah. And also being in this line of work is that you start being regarded as a personality. And that means that you are also prone to being judged for your
So if you are yourself, if you are your true self, if you are honest with your audience and you're honest with yourself, your judgments aren't as harsh. Yeah. And you don't even care.
And also, I feel like people already know that that's who you are. Yeah. So nobody has anything to... It's like somebody said, no one has to tell my story because I tell it myself. If I do something, you don't have to hear the whispers.
Issues, but it's true.
Yeah. But how do you handle the criticism that comes with being in the industry? How do you navigate those?
And it's... Guys, it's so weird. Because in most cases, people are actually projecting. Yeah. People are just mad that they are also from the hood. Yeah. They have also wanted to be a television presenter and they've never, or even in their own line of business that they're doing, it's just not working out for them, so they want to make somebody else's.
Oh, why are you shining?
You get.
Yeah.
But like, I look at stuff in. Like, I'm the type that goes onto my Instagram. If I find a hate comment, I instantly delete it. I don't want to go through my stuff another day and I find it there.
Yeah.
Or like, I'll find it at a time when I'm depressed, and then that David Mbeha's comment is just there.
Let me tell you, there was somebody that commented on my Instagram, but I could see the direction that they were going. So it started off as, "Oh, David Mbeha, your enemies are laughing at you," laughing emoji. Then I said, "Thank you," and the person came back and said, "I'm so sorry. I pray to God that I'll be like you and what you have achieved one day." So you see.
Projecting.
So I think they were hoping that I won't respond because I responded and I was kind enough. They thought, "Oh, it's not like that."
No, babes, you're a better person than I am.
Yeah.
Because if I was to respond, I'm going to do a TD on you.
And that's where you see that people just want to project what they are feeling inside. Like, I don't want you to... Nobody... And the funny thing is, one thing that we all have to understand is nobody, it's maybe only a few people, nobody really wants you to succeed. And some people are proud of you because they're like, how are you doing it? You know? But most people, especially on the internet... nobody wants you to succeed.
Keyboard champions. But when they see you, it's so weird.
It never happens in person in your face.
There was this one girl. They just went like, I think it was her aim every single morning when she woke up to make sure I have a bad day.
Yeah.
And she would do stuff like, always comment like horrible stuff on my things. If I go live, she'd be in there and she'd open up a different... She was just like, I don't know what her problem was. Anyway, she was obsessed with me.
Yeah.
I saw that girl in person one day because at some point I got upset and I responded.
Yeah.
And then I saw her in person one day and she was all love. Oh my gosh, and I love you.
So you see, it's never the same energy.
Like keyboard champions. When
never
they see in
the same
person,
energy.
no, they either avoid you at all costs. They do not make eye contact, whatever. Or they just like love you. They just show you love, and it's just so like.
Yeah.
You have a mental illness.
Yeah. Okay, concluding, what keeps you fighting?
Very good question, David. Thank you very much for that.
Judges? I almost said another one.
Oh, wow. What keeps me fighting? The drive, the passion in my heart, knowing that God put... I think I'm destined for this. Not I think, I know I'm destined for this. This is my divine destiny. This is what I'm meant to be doing. This is, even just sitting here right now, I'm meant to be doing these kinds of things and speaking to somebody. My story is meant to inspire somebody younger than me, or even like older than me or my age or whatever. Somebody that has a fire in them, that they just want to like open doors and go out and chase their dreams and stuff like that. I know that if I don't do it, I will be, obviously, I won't be living my true destiny. I won't be fulfilling what I was placed on earth to fulfill. And I know that my purpose in life is to inspire others. My story is going to motivate and inspire others because I come from like nothing, basically. And my grandparents worked very hard to put food on the table. They worked very hard to sort of give me a good life to the extent that they could. So if I make it, or when I make it rather, it's proof for another child, whether they come from the same background as me or even worse, that they can make it as well. My story, my purpose in life actually is just to inspire people.
It's to inspire people, and I think your star will continue to rise. First of all, because your dad is looking down and he's proud of, every day when you wake up, that fight that he told you, and you continue to fight. And the harder it gets, he knows that you are more than capable of fighting to be in this industry or any other fight that you have to put on. And I think
fighting to survive, I guess.
Yeah, he knew you're more than capable. He knew you're more than capable.
Definitely.
What would you say to somebody that feels like, I don't know how to start? Like, I know I have a dream, but I just don't know how to start.
How to start, where to go. I didn't know how to start. I literally went on Facebook and saw a poster that they were seeking for models. So what happens is, once you decide you want to start doing something, let's say you want to become a blogger, or even you want to become a construction worker and you don't know how to start. What happens is, with the divine, like once you put it into your mind, it's like how they say, once you start thinking of the color green, you start seeing green everywhere. Once you put it in your mind that you want to start and you're going to start, opportunities start presenting themselves. Take the smallest one. Work with what you have. Don't say, I want to become a content creator, but I only have a phone, I don't have a ring light. Start with your phone. Start with the natural light. Start with what God gave you. I literally went on faith. I did not know any model. You know that I manifested being friends with David Mbeha?
Yes.
That is like the only model I knew in the country at the time also. So I didn't know where to start or what to do. I had a smartphone. I went on Facebook. I saw a poster. It randomly popped up looking for models for House of CBK. And I was like, and it was a cancer awareness fashion show. It was my first ever fashion show. And I went for those auditions, and I met other models who actually have been modeling and have been doing it, exchange numbers. They started telling me about other auditions and stuff like it just starts aligning once you take the first step. Just decide to do it, talk to people about it, whatever it is, just take that first step. The first step can literally be talking to your friend David and saying, I really want to become a content creator.
Because you're putting, the moment you open your mouth, you're putting it into the universe.
Yes. God is listening to everything you say. That's why they say the tongue is powerful. Whatever it is that you say, you know that even if you forget your keys, like you lock your keys in your car.
Yes.
Don't say, oh, I'm so dumb. Don't say stuff like that to yourself. Be kind to yourself.
Be graceful.
Be graceful with
Be graceful, mate.
You get?
Yeah.
So just do that. Speak to your friends about it. Take the first step, whether it's the smallest step, whether you don't have money. Just do it.
Yeah. Okay. To conclude, I've been saying to conclude for the longest.
I love it.
What would you say to somebody who hasn't met you about your brand, or how would you think?
Wow.
Yeah.
First, no. Before that, I want to say to, I think most people that have been following me for the longest time know that my brand is not like one solo thing. And I also want people to know that my brand is gonna keep changing.
Yes.
But the one thing that will stay consistent is the name Leena Shipwata, number one. Is that it will always be relatable. I'll always speak my truth. I'll always be myself. I will always try to open doors for people. I'll always be proudly Namibian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, but otherwise, tomorrow I might become a chef. You never know.
You never know. Wherever the wind blows.
Wherever the wind blows, wherever the bag comes through, I'm there.
And we're going to Ghana.
Oh yeah, we are going to Ghana.
We have to go to Ghana. You know it.
Ghana. I have to. We have to go to Ghana. Cape Town trip, but we are definitely going to Ghana. December.
Yes.
30 December.
We have to. I've already started like saving up for that one. Ghana.
Yeah.
I can just imagine the beautiful experience and the content we're gonna make.
I can't wait to meet the people.
Yeah.
I've never been to West Africa.
What is what would you say is the obsession with Ghana? Because I know you speak a lot about Ghana.
Yeah. Maybe my husband is in Ghana.
You never know.
My obsession with people from places like okay, Ghana specifically. Those people are so rich in terms of culture, in terms of everything they do, even the way they party. Like I watch a lot of people's snaps and I watch a lot of YouTube videos of people like doing 30 December in Ghana. And I'm like, this is like an original, authentic Ghanaian experience. Like when people come to Namibia, they can still experience, like you feel like you're in America. Also.
Yes,
like you are, you know, like unless you go to the north and where it's like proudly Namibian and you can say, oh, this is something I don't see every day. Like the streets of West Africa and the streets of Ghana, you can just see this is Ghana. It's
rich in culture.
It's so rich in culture. I love that. I love I love everything about Ghana. I can't wait for us to experience it.
Yes. Leena, you've been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Uninterrupted.
Thank you so much for having me.
Lovely.